So this week, I want to go over something a little different, and I have to start this video by admitting something to you all. I'm a little bit of a freak. Let's talk about Neon White. Neon White is a speedrunning first-person shooter game made by Angel Matrix and Ben Esposito, who are known for games like Donut County, Tattletale, and Sonic Dream Collection. Oh no, this isn't good. I'm not looking forward to this anymore. Oh god, I want to go back. Take me back. While the developers' previous games don't exactly fill me with the largest amount of confidence, the marketing for Neon White made this game look absolutely amazing. I picked up the demo back in late February, and I have to say, the levels they let you play through hooked me and left me wanting more. And now the full game is out on both Nintendo Switch and Steam. But the question is, does the full release hold up, or does it fumble the execution at the end? Let's find out, shall we? Neon White is a third-person speedrunning game. The goal of every level is to kill all the demons in your path and get to the end of the level as fast as you can. When you reach the end of a level, you'll be rewarded with a medal based on how fast you completed the level. Gold and Ace medals level up your Neon rank, which is used in the game to unlock more levels, so it's best to aim for those. Personally, on my playthrough of the game, I went for Aces on every level before leaving, so I wasn't ever faced with the roadblock of having too low of a Neon rank, or being locked out of any of the surprises the game had in store for me. That sword is so close, I can taste it. But how do you go through the levels as fast as possible? I hear you naively ask, as I purposely left that part out of the script. Writing is fun. Throughout the level, you will find different weapons in the form of soul cards. You start out with a beige katana, but you'll find weapons like a pistol, an SMG, an assault rifle, an M1 Garand, pretty standard FPS guns. Apart from obviously having better range and doing more damage because they shoot fucking bullets, every soul card comes with an alternate function that you can use with a right click. I don't know what it is on Switch, I played it on PC. These are special abilities that are tied to each weapon that give you cool moves that you can use throughout the level to find shortcuts and get over obstacles. The pistol gives you a double jump, the SMG gives you a round pound, assault rifle gives you a grenade that you can use to propel yourself, the M1 Garand— No, I won't call it a bolt action rifle, you can't stop me! Forces you to fly forward, stuff like that. The way you use these cards' abilities is the main appeal of the game. Figuring out how to complete the level as fast as possible with the tools that the game gives you causes an extremely fun and honestly kind of addictive feedback loop of figuring out a path, optimizing it, getting a good time, and then going, wait a minute, what if I just did this, and finding an even faster way to beat the level. It's great, and it's only enhanced by the feeling when you get to see the global leaderboard and see the high scores. What the fuck? How did you cut off so much time, huh? I've never really been one for speedrunning a game, if my channel didn't already tell you that, but I think this game finally made me understand it, because being top 100 on some of these leaderboards, damn, that feels good. The guns on their own also feel really good to use. The majority of the guns are extremely accurate with the pistol and Garand. You cannot make me! No! No! Having a 100% accuracy with the crosshair, making across the map shots actually extremely reliable if your aim is good enough. Obviously, guns like the SMG and shotgun aren't as accurate with random bullet spread and bloom, but you obviously want to try and use these guns more up close to your opponents. And while the bullets do have a travel time, a lot of the time you're going to be very close to your opponents that you won't even feel it, meaning that the gunplay feels very snappy once you get used to it. Honestly, the only weapon that I wouldn't want to have like a massively fast projectile in a first-person shooter anyway would be a rocket launcher, and that's because I got a TF2 rocket jumping brain rot, and you know, no other game has come close to fulfilling that itch that Soldier ever did. Is that a rocket launcher? with a grapple hook function. You can use it to rocket jump without taking damage. Yeah. Okay. Guys, I'm gonna need a moment alone with the rocket launcher. There are entire courses that are basically just giant rocket jump courses like you'd find in TF2 servers. And they scratch that rocket jumping itch that I didn't realize never left until they put the thing in my hands. Though, I have to admit, the rocket jumping isn't perfect. In Team Fortress 2, when you rocket jump, you move away from the blast of the rocket without any exceptions. In Neon White, while your horizontal momentum is shifted depending on where you are to the rocket, you are always popped upwards when the rocket connects, allowing you to gain height from shooting above you. For this game, it definitely works, as there were sections of maps which feel like they were designed with this in mind. However, it messed with my brain for a while until I got used to it. You also can't pogo because the rockets send you too high, and there's never an opportunity to sink rockets to get more height because you just don't gain momentum when you fall. You just fall at a flat speed. So it's not exactly like TF2 rocket jumping, but I can bounce around the walls and pretend like I'm good, so, you know, it's all cool. This does bring up a design choice about the game that I noticed. The base movement speed and airspeed feel really slow, especially about a game that's designed around going fast. In the first few levels especially, you'll find your character moves pretty sluggish, and there's no way to really increase your speed. However, this is absolutely a design choice, and I'm okay with it. The base movement speed feels like a punishment for not using the soul card correctly or not taking optimal routes that make you gain more speed with these icy glass surfaces. All they do is make you run a little bit faster. It causes you to think about how you move through the levels, as there's always better ways to gain more speed that you probably didn't think of. Though I will admit the floatiness in the air when you don't stomp kind of feels a little bit weird. Every mission also has a second objective that you can complete. Once you complete the mission, you gain some insight, and as long as you get a silver medal or above, you're able to see a gift. These gifts relate back to one of the characters in the game. There can be other neons that you knew in the past life, or angels in heaven that you're working under. These gifts act like mini puzzles in each level that you need to solve. While the main objective of the levels is to get to the end as fast as possible using the soul cards, the gifts make you think about different ways that you can use the soul cards to get into different situations. A lot of the time you'll have to kind of sequence break the game in order to bring an item from one bit into another that you didn't think you could take it in. These are easily the hardest part of the game, with some of them taking me like 15 minutes in later levels just to figure out how to get the gifts. But trust me, the gifts are absolutely worth getting. Why? Well, because they give you more insight with the other characters, obviously. Neon White is an extremely simple premise. You're playing as White, a sinner who has been plucked out of hell in order to rid heaven of demons that are leaking through. You have 10 days. The person who's killed the most demons at the end of those 10 days is allowed to stay in heaven for an entire year. The rest of you are sent back to hell and have to try again later. The people participating in this game? Competition? I can't remember what they call it. Are known as neons. So you're the white neon. Neon white. Roll credits. The story is pretty simple, but I don't want to get too deep into it right now because it has its really good moments that I'm definitely not going to spoil. Let's just say that I went into this game not expecting too much from the story, and I left extremely pleasantly surprised. Each character brings something unique and fun to the table. White is your charismatic good guy who's always trying to do the right thing. He's also a massive fucking baller. Yellow is easily shot up to my top 5 himbos in gaming list, being literally a ray of sunshine that brightens up every scene he's in and always makes people see the positive sides of situations. Red is your classic femme fatale, who always seems to know a little bit more than they're letting on, but is able to wrap people around her finger and doesn't take shit from anyone. I fucking shut up. I was literally like, people are gonna be like fucking mommy to this character, aren't they? God damn it. And you were just like, mommy. And Violet is the crazy psycho woo girl of my dreams. She is best girl. I won't be taking any arguments on this one. Yes, I know all of these flags are red, but that just so happens to be my favorite color. Fight me. The other characters are also extremely well written and entertaining. I can't express how funny this game can be at times.
Excuse me, I'm here for my appointment. Hey, White, isn't it freaking crazy that John Cena is here in heaven giving us missions?
I do worry that some of the lines are gonna age poorly.
You know, I met this other neon earlier who was a total simp.
However, when you got jokes like this, I really don't mind. Also, the way that the believers talk, it's just... it fucking cracks me up every time. Why do they talk like that?
Defending his crown is the vicious, hulking neon green. Yeah.
Remember the gifts from earlier? They unlock more conversations that flesh out the characters, as well as unlocking side quests, which are different platforming challenges with different variables depending on which character's side quest you're doing. Reds are mostly focused around the weapons ability and using them to get through an obstacle course like structure. Yellow is the opposite, removing weapon abilities completely and having you focus on shooting the enemies in order to get to the end. Finally, Violet's side quests are extremely dangerous, forcing you to use your abilities extremely carefully and pay close attention to the environment, as her levels have tricks and traps in them if you're not paying close attention. The side quests, while not the best bit of the game, are still extremely fun to play through and a nice bonus for collecting the gifts in each level. Speaking of the levels, you might have noticed the way that the game looks, so let's quickly talk about its aesthetic. Neon White isn't the highest detailed game being released right now. Its characters don't have perfect face details, it's not got ray tracing, and honestly, the video menu seems to be lacking in options. However, the game has one thing that will make it stand the test of time. The game has got a really good art style. It has nice little details, like the lines constantly going up on the screen like you're looking through an old CRT, but it's done in a way that never gets distracting. The bright colors of each environment help important details pop out. And the simple yet effective design of each demon allows you to easily identify which one is which from a glance, and thus you can plan on how to take them out. Same with the soul cards, all having unique designs and distinct colors to let you know from a long way away which one they are. The environmental design is also top notch. I thought a lot of the levels were going to end up being pretty repetitive looking, but they make each area in the game feel distinct and unique from the last, and it's really cool to see. I was always excited about what the next area was going to look like, and I was equally as excited about what the next area was going to sound like. All of the music in the game was composed by Machine Girl, a duo group who defined their music genre as fucked up electronic punk. And I couldn't agree more. Fun fact, if you want to kill anyone over the age of 45, play the Neon White soundtrack for 0.2 milliseconds and it'll send them into a blind rage. For everyone else though, this music absolutely slaps. Each level theme has a unique energy that makes you want to catapult through the levels as fast as possible. Combining it with the momentum of the movement, it leads to a sensational feeling of power as you blast through the demon hordes. My favorite track is probably The World to Come. The heavy bass at the start of the song just always gets me pumped up to absolutely blizz my way through any level it plays on. And the drop! Oh my god, yes! Wanna know how much I like the music? Normally whenever I play a game, I mute the music so I can listen to my own personal playlist. I tend to play games a lot and the tracks just end up getting on my nerves because I hear them so much and want to listen to something else. Not even Guilty Gear Strive is exempt from this, and I made a whole video about how cool I think that music is. But Neon White? Not only did I keep the music on the whole time, I bought the entire soundtrack and listened to it regularly. I couldn't find it on SoundCloud, so I've just put the tracks on my phone. I am listening to The World to Come as I write this paragraph, bro. It's so good. So, taking everything into account, from the gameplay, to the characters, the aesthetic, to the music, we can finally answer the question, is Neon White good? No. It's fucking brilliant. Any problems I have with it would honestly feel like nitpicking. It's currently my frontrunner for Game of the Year. I enjoyed playing it that much. The biggest downside of the game is the fact that it is over, and I have no idea if we're going to get anything more from it. Devs, if for some reason you're watching this, you gotta give me DLC, man. Please, I 100%ed the game in like 14 hours. You gotta give me some more stuff to play through, please. You wanna know the best bit as well? You wanna know the dumbest bit about this entire review? This amazing game that is now probably my best game of the entire year. £20. It is £20. Let that sink in. I'm probably going to end up buying another fighting game when DNF Duel comes out that's going to be at £60, and I don't even know if I'm going to get 60 hours of that. This cost £20 and I made an entire video about it, even though I don't make videos about non-fighting games. That's how much I love this game. Go play it. Now. Also, Violet is like the new best girl in the entire world, and I won't be taking any criticism on that. Fuck you.